Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and I am here flipping through my pregnancy journal. So if you haven't seen, I did just post that I am pregnant, and we're actually having our second daughter at the beginning of December. So yeah, we have been just keeping the news to ourselves for a while, but it's finally public knowledge, I guess. So I'm going to be flipping through this and just kind of talking to you about like how I set this up, and if I have the time I might like put together the monthly for September. But I actually haven't really been decorating this really. It's more so just a functional planner for me to track symptoms, so I wanted to be able to flip it through the setup just that way you can see it. But then side note, I did change my setup here. I did my nails, changed the setup here, so hopefully there's not quite so much glare. I know there's glare on the cover, but once we get into the pages, hopefully there's not so much like shadowing and things like that. So let me know if the setup works for you. So with that being said, let's get into this. I did decide, or I like had purchased already several like monthly layout planners and decided to use one of them, which is current until the end of this year, I think. It might even be current until next year, but I'm not quite sure. But it's current through the end of December. And so since the baby is going to be born at the beginning of December, I thought this was just good to keep track of basically all of my symptoms and journal about the process while I'm pregnant. And then when she is born, then we'll switch into basically her baby book for yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing for that, but there will be a separate video setting that up. But this is the cover from the monthly layout. It's like a kind of a doodly thing, and the discs I think are a different color, but I did put the yellow on here just because I liked the color. And of course this was the process of like pretty much the entire journey from like the positive test all the way through. And you'll see as I flip through it that basically I skipped like 2 months. And again, these are the months where we were really busy with like moving, packing, you know, like buying, selling houses, that type of stuff. And so I do have several months missing, and then some months are just shorter than others just because I didn't have a lot to like document. But we're gonna flip through what I do have, and I do plan to go back in and just kind of back plan and just like keep all of the symptoms and things like that. I do have notes on all of those things in my personal planner, but they just haven't been transferred here. I did not keep a pregnancy journal for Sophia, my first daughter, but for this daughter, you know, she gets the pregnancy journal, so she gets started a little bit earlier. But you know, it's just interesting to like, you know, from one baby to another, like the different things that you do, especially, you know, like from a memory keepsake perspective. So with that being said, I probably need to add a cover, like a nameplate or something like that. Haven't decided on the name for the baby yet. But I did start right in April. April was when I suspected that I was pregnant. And so what I ended up doing, you'll see this as I flip through it, I ended up getting a set of like undated double-sided dividers. And the reason I did that was so that way, just from like a Franken planning perspective, I would be able to put these dividers into my Franken planner without it blocking anything else. And so you'll see as I flip through it that I do have a double-sided divider, then the divider from the actual monthly layout planner that with the tab cut off. And so I'm just trying to explain that like one of the reasons I did that was because I wanted it to be Frankenplanned into my system without it like disturbing like the flow of dividers. So again, the very first month here was April, and this is the double-sided divider that we decided to use. And you can see here this is a third tab and this is a second tab, and so I cut off the tab here, but it is the April 2022 like monthly, which is not decorated at all. Again, I might go back in and like decorate and like just make it pretty, but this is when we found out, like this is when I took the pregnancy test at home and found out I was pregnant. But of course, like, you know, one of the first signs of pregnancy is like a missed period, and so I was supposed to have my period like this week and had like no period. And so like this is maybe like a little bit TMI, but anyway, and so I did wait a week because, you know, just HCG levels don't increase until about a week out, and so I did wait and then took the test right here on Good Friday. Yeah, and then like told Sophia and my husband. Right, and then what I ended up doing was on this like dashboard, I did put vitamins and put like pelvic floor exercises, which are good for you in terms of like just labor delivery and like overall like physical health. And so yeah, that was there. My last menstrual period, based on my last menstrual period, the due date was going to be December 14th. It has now changed, but just from a Chinese zodiac perspective, that meant that she was going to be a water tiger. And then like here's the date of like the pregnancy tests. I went and bought prenatal vitamins and of course like calculated the due date, scheduled my first OB appointment, which they do ask you to schedule like 8 weeks out, and then announcements and baby names, which we're still kind of like, I just finished the announcements like literally yesterday, but like we're still working on baby names, and then just like journaling for the rest of this. Okay, and so like I did decorate this with like a Will Away stickers kit, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I didn't actually fill in this section at the end of it. There's some glue here. And then here are like the tasks lists that come in the monthly layout. And what I decided to do for this was just week by week track symptoms. And so I'm just gonna flip through and show you, like here's week 5, which is like really when pregnancy symptoms I think kind of start, but I just use it as a symptoms list. And then week 6, I did some journaling in here. This one I did glue down. It's a journaling card that's supposed to be writable on the other side, but I just glued it straight down, used some scrapbook paper and these stickers, which come from the pregnancy sticker book from the Happy Planner, but otherwise it's just like random stickers. And then here, in April at least, I was tracking some of the things that Sophia was saying related to the news about the new baby and just kind of like writing down some of those things. And then here, I did intermix like some of the undated like faith guided journal dividers with some of these dividers, which came from like a Wild Style guided journal, I think. So this one is here. And then again, it's the double-sided one that was paired with the actual divider. And this is what this monthly looks like. Again, it's very bare, but I did decide to mark like when I shared the news. And so here's some of the people I shared the news with pretty early on. And then I tracked appointments, again, using stickers from the Happy Planner. Yeah, and that's, you know, it's pretty much repeated. All right, so here I did let Sophia, instead of journaling, I just let Sophia put stickers in. She did say she wanted to put more stickers in, and then this side I did keep just a few weeks, but they were shorter symptoms lists, so I just pulled out all the rest of the pages. And I did the same thing for April. Like any additional pages that I didn't use, I just took out. Then moving into June, again, I mixed it between like the Faith and the Wild Styled. And then this is where I kind of stopped off, right? So we told my husband's family, and then we pretty much like decided at that point to like move, buy a car, move, all the things. And so it's very empty, as you can see here. This is where I'm going to be coming back in and filling it back in at some point. I hope at some point. And I did also, you can see here, like there's a bunch of extra pages. So I put all the extra pages from June and April and May and things like that in there. So this is a flip through of July, which is also empty, but this is what it, like the monthly layout actually looks like without it being filled out. It does come with a monthly spread. Then it comes with like this dashboard slash goals habit tracker kind of dashboard layout. And so you can just use this for whatever. Then it comes with 2 spreads, like 1, 2 of task list, and then it has the note sheet, which is a spread, and then it has the currently page. So that's what it looks like. I also didn't do August, so this is completely empty. I'll just flip through that, or like flip past that. And then what we're at now is September. And so what I'm gonna do is just kind of like put together a like really quick plan with me here. Again, I'm probably going to go back in and decorate some of this. I don't know if I will or not actually, but you see that these are some of the stickers that I saved for her. So this is a set of just like icons, and then these are some of the pregnancy stickers that I have. So these are the ones that mark like all the different weeks, and then of course like prenatal appointments. So I need to go back in and do some back planning for like some of those pages, the months that I missed. And then of course we have like bump photos, first time hearing the heartbeat, and then like a bunch of other stuff, and I'll have to go back in and mark those in the previous months. And yeah, so that's kind of where we are. I think I'm just gonna like keep it simple and just do like a very simple decoration with some florals right in this area, and yeah, call it a day, because again, it's like fairly functional. It's not really meant to be something like super decorative. So with that being said, I did pull out like my stash of like floral stickers, but I'm going to keep it, like I said, very simple, and I'm going to actually just use probably just these 2 stickers right here. I'm going to pull this, maybe not that one, this set of stickers to the side, just in case I want to use some of these in September for any reason. So I'm going to put it in my stash. I did DIY these kind of like top tab dividers, and it has a pocket inside it, and I just stick the stickers in there just to use from week to week. But yeah, we're going to keep it pretty simple again. For the purposes of like planning, I'm going to be going back. I do use an app, the Baby Center app, to track like just any notes, I really just write out into here, like some of the things that come from the baby center. And I do try to, again, like go into my personal planner and pull out notes and appointments and events and things like that. Any journaling that I did in my personal planner, I'm going to go back for the weeks that I've missed and put those in, and then hopefully just pick it back up in September now that like we're settled pretty much. With our house, we're just gonna, like, I'm just gonna pick it right back up. So we're gonna be using this just to start here, and I'll probably simultaneously track forward as well as go backwards and like finish up as much as I can. But yeah, for the purposes of like just these monthlies, I do want to keep it simple, just because I mean, I don't really track anything on here, but like it's not really meant to be like where I'm going like all out. Again, like I actually never kept a pregnancy journal for Sophia. Like the pregnancy journal was really for me. And you know, I think this is actually for me as well. But you know, I feel like at this point I'm kind of regretting, because I'm doing it for the second baby, I'm kind of regretting not doing it for the first baby, for Sophia. But it's okay too. She has like 1,000,001 memory books. And with this pregnancy journal, because it's leading more towards functional at this point, what I'm going to do, and what I have always done really, was make the memory book really like the functional side of my planning. I really think of it more as like memory keeping. And so that's the part that's going to be a lot more decorative. And so we'll have a lot of fun with it when the baby comes around and I can like pull out all the stops, I think. I'm going to go ahead and use some of these stickers like to mark some of these holidays, because like they're out, and why not, you know? So I am actually going to turn these stickers this way, and I'm going to have to run back into my sticker stash and pull out like a holidays sheet so I can mark these 2 days. It's basically covering up like the more plain font here, but I covered up Labor Day, and then this is Patriot Day right there, and then right here Autumn Begins. So I'm just gonna cover it up with some stickers and then just put some stickers right on top of it. All right, so here's more stickers. Let's see if we can find. I want it all to kind of be in the same font. So if we have, of course, Labor Day, but no, oh, and Patriot Day. Okay, that's a good option. The problem is it's not gonna have like the first day of spring. I mean, sorry, fall. Oh my gosh, like spring, seriously? Okay, so like there's definitely a fall here. Am I gonna be okay with it not matching? I think I'll have to be okay with it, you know? Like I just don't think I'm gonna find one that matches. Yeah, these are all like holidays. Let's see, let's look in here. Just yell out at me if you see it. This one says fall. It's a little bit smaller too, so that works a little bit better, but it's the same font as that one. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to go for it. Okay, so let's make a decision. Okay, first of all, we'll use that. Am I okay with these two fonts together? I think I'll be okay. All right, I think I'll be okay. Right, so this is fall. We'll put that down there, and then Patriot Day. Right there. I'm gonna use an X-Acto knife to trim that one down, and then of course Labor Day. This one's just gonna have to come out. I don't want to like block that. Okay, I'm gonna trim this one though. I feel like that's a little bit too much of a distraction to me, but this one looks deliberate, like it was meant to be that way. So we're going to let's pull all the stickers out of the way, set my stickers to the side. I'm actually going to put these floral stickers in with this bunch too. I feel like I'm missing something up here, and then after that we're going to call it a day. Again, it's going to be functional. I don't want it to be like super decorative, so we'll put that. And that. Okay, I think we're done. So yeah, that was a flip through of my pregnancy journal so far, all the things I need to do and all the things I plan to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.